creepy crawler back at you guys with another video like always. Let's jump right into it. So if you guys have a Redcat Gen 7, you guys all know the struggle. So if you guys want your CV shafts to be happy and your drive shafts to be happy and your pinion angle to look right, like this one here, and then also have everything look and act right and drive right, this is a free way to do it. So I got all my links set just perfect, so my actual pinion angles, my drive shafts actually look good. I actually try to go back up to the transmission, not go straight out like they'd come out of the box. They come straight out of the box, you angle them up, then you have an issue with steering. Your tires like to roll or drive on the outside. Well, this here, all I had to do, I tried looking for people that sell aftermarket degree C-hubs, and no one sells them. I've looked and looked. If you guys can find any, that'd be awesome. Let me know. Put them down in the comments. Let everybody else know. But this was a free way to do it. I sanded both sides of this here on the actual axle housing, and then I cleaned it up real good with some super glue, or not super glue, some rubbing alcohol, and super glued it. Now the downfall, if you guys need to get this back apart, or this axle, you're pretty well screwed. You probably got to buy new axle housing and new C-hubs, which are cheap. You guys can buy metal C-hubs and glue them too. Probably won't be as good of a bond, but it'll still bond pretty well. You put E6000 on the outside and just peel it off later. There's a million different ways to do it, but these things are cheap. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to super glue it. If I got to tear back into it later, I can, but I went through the whole front axle. This is a Sport, by the way, and replaced everything with Pro parts. So now it has the aftermarket, actual Pro CV shafts instead of the wishbone or the dog bone. Those are way stronger. The dog bones I broke in 2 days of owning this Gen 7 Sport. So I definitely suggest buying those in Pro anyways, even if you guys don't do this. If you guys are competitively rock crawling this, it's the way to have it set up. These things just don't work right out of the box. But instead of buying new axles like I see a lot of people doing, I did not want to do that. Yeah, I could have done it, but I did not want to. I hate spending money on stuff if I can always find a free way around it. And it works just fine. So if you guys want to do this, I can always make a more in-depth video maybe later if you guys don't understand how to do it. But like I said, I'll go over it one more time. All you guys do is sand off both sides of the actual axle housing nubs that stick out that the screws go into. Right here, so the screws would go into there. Behind this, you'd sand that both off flush with the actual axle housing so it looks uniform and circled. And then you guys can play with your caster. So you guys can actually play with where you want it. So if you guys want it like when it comes out of the box after you get your pinion angle set right, it'd be like this. I got them set up like this. So I mean, that's a pretty big difference. And I mean, you guys can go crazy with it. I mean, it's plug and play. You guys can do wherever you want. Just glue it and set it and forget it. I'd highly suggest greasing and going through the front end and make sure it's put together pretty solid and tight and greased. But that's definitely the video I got for you guys. I had a commenter ask me if I can build him a trailer, and this would be the trailer I would build you. Be pretty dang close to this, besides if you wanted different tires or rim combo or different sizes. I can do trailers, different lengths, different sizes, width, height. If you guys want a taller trailer, suspension, no suspension, cantilever. I mean, you name it, I can pretty much do it all. I like working on building stuff, but right now I'm working 10 hours a day after this whole coronavirus, so I'm pretty busy there at work. But in my free time, I can definitely build you guys one of these. Your guys would probably have bearings, unlike this one. I got it made so it actually take bearings. The way it's set up now, to actually hold a bearing. But let me throw all this stuff over to the side. But right now, I still don't got bearings in it. But when I built it perfect for bearings to actually hold them. That's why these couplings here are made like this. Is to actually strengthen the hole I made through it, so it's double thickness, and to also hold a bearing. You guys see right there, that's set up to hold a bearing. All I gotta do is make another bracket and hold it in. And then I'd do your guys' one piece, not two pieces like this. This is kind of ghetto, but this is what my hardware store had at the time, and I would not do that to you guys. I'd make your guys' trailer pretty dang good, just like this one, but the axle situation I would clean up quite a bit. And then the actual receiver, I could not give you guys a drop hitch, but I will give you guys a link here with a bolt going through it, a piece of aluminum for a pin hitch, and a little piece of plastic like this to hold your pin. If you guys want a spare tire, they'll cost a little bit extra. Same with the bearings. If I supply tires, they'll cost a little bit extra. The only tires I got to actually throw on it that I'd actually be willing to get rid of are right here. These Redcat Gen 7 tires, which they're soft foams. And if you guys don't want them, I can always swap out my tires for you guys with these tires if you guys want some harder foams like this to not actually be affected that too much by the weight. But these things shouldn't be that bad when you guys put weight on them. They'll just be a little softer, but not a lot. How strong are these trailers though? They're very strong. I have almost a 2-year-old child, and I had him ride on this thing, and I tell you what, this thing got pulled around by my Gen 8, no problems. Nothing bent, nothing broke. I hauled him around the whole entire house, and he was giggling, and he was just sitting on this thing. And it's almost 2 foot long, well, foot and 6 inches I think it is. And it had no problems whatsoever. Yeah, about 6 foot, not 6 foot, foot plus 5 inches. So more than enough. 17 inches long, and I think I made it 11 inches wide, if I remember correctly. Yep, 11 inches wide to the dot. And that's to fit, this right here will fit 1/10 rock crawlers, your 1/10 Traxxas / drag car, anything you guys want it to fit, as long as it's wheelbase or within those measurements, it'll fit. The the wheel arches, I'll actually finish them out for you guys if you want, so you can actually have enclosed, or I can leave them open. It's up to you guys, or you can go without them. Just let me know. But look forward for another video, because the next video is going to be about this here, another Gen 7 product here. It'll be about the cross member I built, and about the battery tray holder. So that'll be definitely the next video.